to this week's Thought for the Week. It's that time of year again. All of the summer activities have finished. We've said goodbye to Wacky Wednesdays, to Transform Thursdays, and we've had our holiday Bible club. We know the dates for starting back for our organisations, and we're having our family fun night on Friday. And that's right, it's back to school. Now, different people might have different emotions about going back to school. There might be some parents who are very happy to see the end of the summer holidays and cannot wait for their children to go back to school. Others might be feeling a little more nervous or apprehensive. They might be starting school for the first time. They might be going into a new class. They might be moving school, or they might be starting preparations for their exams. In our house, we are getting ready for Jemima to start nursery, which we can't really believe has come round so quickly. This Sunday, we are also having, as part of our service, a slot about back to school with God. And when we think about going back to school, we usually think about the pupils, but there are lots of other people who are involved in going back to school as well. There are some school staff, teachers, principals, classroom assistants, those who look after our children at lunchtime and after school. There are also boards of governors who help to be in charge of schools. And there are also people who are getting ready to send pupils to school as well. There are so many people involved in going back to school. This year, across Northern Ireland, there will be lots of Back to School with God services. And with Scripture Union, they have produced resources for a Back to School with God service, which is part of our Sunday service this week. The theme for this year is all about being strong and being brave, with the focus on the story of Joshua. Joshua had been Moses' right-hand man. And whenever Moses died, Joshua was the one chosen to be the leader of the people of Israel. It was going to be his job to take the people into the promised land. But Joshua wasn't really feeling up to the task. In Joshua chapter 1, verse 6, we read what God says to Joshua. He says, "Be strong and courageous, because you will lead these people to inherit the land I swore to their forefathers to give them. Be strong and very courageous. Be careful to obey all the law my servant Moses gave you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, that you may be successful wherever you go. Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful. Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." What a great passage to focus on as our children and young people and lots of other people we know go back to school this September. But it's not just for people who are going back to school. This is a passage for everybody. Usually September is the start of a new season, lots of different things starting again, or maybe starting for the very first time. It might be a new season in our life. We might be feeling a little bit worried, a little bit anxious, like Joshua was. But this is the verse that I would like us to focus on for this week. It's Joshua chapter 1, verse 9. "I've commanded you to be strong and brave. Don't ever be afraid or discouraged. I am the Lord your God, and I will be there to help you wherever you go." The Bible tells us time and time again that God has promised that he will be with us wherever we go. So whatever you're facing this week, maybe it's going back to school or maybe it's a different season in your life, I really hope that you remember that God has promised that he will be with you wherever